And that is just one day's worth of Calima, all the dust in the sand. I'm a bit of a fan of that. Right, yes, but they're so popular still in Tenerife. Sunday morning, watching the cars go by, got a latte. Good morning from Sunday in Tenerife. It'll be a bit different today's vlog, because Monica and I need to go off and do a bit of food shopping, but before that we're going to go to an interesting looking coffee shop slash restaurant which looks like a proper local spot. And every time we drive past there, I always see, for example, 1980s BMW M3s, old Fiat Seicentos, things like that, and a lot of cool motorbikes. So it looks like just a really interesting hangout place to grab a coffee, see the cars coming and going. So we'll go there on the way. And also, I figured out what was wrong with the Bonneville after probably about 2 weeks of almost constantly by the engine jump starting. Almost 2 weeks of jump starting the Bonneville and just constantly crossing the starter solenoid. I forgot how to fix it. I finally understood how to fix it, so I'm going to take you along and prove how confident I am that I've actually fixed it for good. We now have a neighbour who is a proper car and motorbike connoisseur. Before this, there was an Alfa Romeo from the 80s parked up. Before this, a baby blue Renault 4, and now we've got a cherry red Renault 4, completely freshly restored, leather interior, just stunning bodywork. And I don't think you'll be able to see it behind, but that is a Moto Guzzi California, really nice looking bike. So it's a treat. Every time we come down to the car, we have no idea what will be parked next to the Fiat. And let me just go back a bit. That gives you an idea about size differences. Modern small car and properly old small car. Fiat looks about twice the size. It's been about 4 months since I've had any issues with the Bonneville at all, and just all of a sudden constantly stopped working, like it wouldn't start ever. And then I remembered what the problem was before we headed off to Spain, and that is, this is how confident I am. There's basically, the Bonnevilles have a very, very sensitive, some kind of cut-off switch, whereby even if the voltage is very, very slightly too low, the bike won't even bother trying to start. You just hear a click, and that basically completely throws you off, because you can start it by jump starting it, all the lights work fine, and the voltage could be so slightly too low. So now, took the battery out, charged it overnight, because I didn't tell you we got stranded basically in El Médano. The bike wouldn't start and we had to walk home for 2 miles. So now, charge the same battery overnight, it will start first time without any issue at all, and there's nothing wrong with the bike. That's all I had to do. I was so happy. Nothing wrong with it, just maybe especially on the Bonnevilles, you have to watch out. Battery voltage, slightly too low, it will just click, nothing will happen. And look at this. That's Calima that we've been having, which is the sandstorm and all the smog from the Sahara. Apparently the air quality is actually hazardous at the moment. And that is just 1 day's worth of Calima, all the dust in the sand. Just going on the bike, it's been everywhere. You can probably see, just when we come under here, Monica, if you pan over there, this isn't cloud or anything like that. That is just fairly thick smog everywhere. It looks like it's completely overcast. But it's smog, it's dust from the Sahara. Oh, we had a proper scare with the Fiat yesterday. The first time in probably 1.5 years we've had any issues with it at all, apart from brakes, but that's not an issue with it. Wouldn't start. Literally spent about 2 minutes trying to start it. Haven't had any issues. It's on 184,000 miles now. Wouldn't start for about 30 seconds. Turn it off, then try starting again, give it a huge amount of red line revs, and it started. Been fine since, but realise how good this car is. We have had no issues with it for such a huge amount of time. It's done gigantic mileage and we always just assume it will start. Great car. Okay, here we go. It's actually quite busy. Right, let's see. Oh dear, we're in for some treats here. This is what the locals of Tenerife get up to on a Sunday. I can see a classic Beetle, motorbike. You can wash your car. See, this is what it is. These are really popular. Look at this. You can wash your cars here. We got a classic VW camper there.
Where?
Just here getting washed. Everyone there's washing their cars in the booths. I'm excited. This is all new for us. I love these. They need more of these in England because when you live in a flat, it's really hard to find a jet wash to actually clean your car like that. Because I like cleaning my car by myself instead of going to those big machines. These are brilliant. The only problem is you need coins full of them. Why can't you have a card? It's so frustrating. So every time I have to basically take out like 20 euros and then go inside and get it changed up. Got to update its cards, please. You've probably had a bit of Beetle overdose since the last video or since 2 videos ago, but it's great to see it. I actually like the ratty look, but being used. That's cool. Isn't it? What do you think? Restore it or just leave it in the ratty look? I'm a bit of a fan of that. Last time there was right next to that a Fiat Seicento from the 60s and like a 1989 BMW M3, so hopefully we'll get some more stuff. Look at that though. Beast of a bike, KTM Adventure, 1090cc. That's a beast of a bike. And actually there's another KTM there and a nice old Yamaha there. But this is popular, this place. Right, well, apologies for that. That is some seriously unsuccessful car and motorbike spotting, but that's the way it goes. Oh look, I think that's electric chargers there actually, isn't it? Yeah, electric chargers. These are becoming more popular now. Like I've seen at least 2 different sets of these popping up even since we've been here, so I think they're going to start pushing this out in Tenerife. Let's sit here, front row, to see if some interesting stuff pops along. Okay, 2 cappuccinos ordered. I really love local places like this, so I will give you a guided tour while we wait. Right, so these are really popular. Everyone seems to get their lottery tickets from these little booths here. They're everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And then table service bit here, you've got the bar, order your drinks, coffees, beers, spirits, etc, etc. Actually, I didn't see that. Got a little cafe there as well. And then behind here, got a big screen. I'm guessing probably this is for watching the football matches and things like that. And then you've got a bar behind it, Calima in the background, loads of people sitting down. Popular, as almost everywhere is. And then you've got the petrol station and the car park and everything else like that.
Gracias.
Here we go, coffee and croissant. Honestly, I have no idea about the price. I'll let you know the price because if you go to the local spots in Tenerife, it blows my mind how good value this stuff is. Have a look at that. That is Hazardous air quality. That's pretty serious. That is very, very close to the absolute top that Apple weather will even go to. Monica's actually a bit paranoid about it, so she's wearing a mask at the moment, even when outside, because there was an article yesterday saying that if you breathe in the sand from this Calima, apparently it stays in your lungs for the rest of your life. It's hard to know what to believe and what's true, but the locals just get on with it. Everyone else is out, people are cycling around, so I don't think it's anything to worry about, but if you look at a few articles, you could get freaked out. And that's a very good coffee. And a good croissant. Very good. Oh, Monica, look. Bright yellow Ferrari.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's just parking up.
Yes.
Yes. That, I think, is called, is it the Shooting Brake? Is it the Ferrari F12, I think? Really nice, and in yellow as well. I've never seen it in that yellow before in my life. Very, very special car that. Really, really nice. These 80s Beamers are now highly desirable cars, but they're so popular still in Tenerife. You'll see 6 or 7 of these every single day here. The bodywork's always amazing, and they're still all used as proper everyday cars, those BMWs. It's very rare you see those as an everyday car now in the UK. They are proper bona fide classic in the UK. I mean, how good is this? Sunday morning, watching the cars go by, got a latte, got a cappuccino. It's perfect. Is it just me? Don't you always think when you see someone with a Ferrari or Lamborghini or a really nice expensive car, I want to go over and say, what do you do? How'd you make that money? Like, please tell me. Like, can I interview you? Can I get you on the podcast? Could you tell me, give me a tip? I really want to know. That was for 2 croissants and 2 cappuccinos, £5.17. And get ready for this. The price per litre for petrol is 108 cents per litre. 108 cents per litre. And in pounds sterling, that equates to 89 pence per litre. I think at the moment it's about 150p a litre in the UK. Here, 89 pence a litre. Petrol heads, paradise. Actually, Monica, well spotted. The owner's just left this. They're probably my pick actually of cars here in Tenerife. They're so popular. And it's the Mercedes 190. We'll just do a quick casual walk past it. Because this one is in burgundy with a burgundy interior. $190, one of the classiest cars. I would love one of those. That's a proper everyday usable classic, and I like them. I like them so much. And then the yellow Ferrari over there. Do you know, someone told me, we won't be able to catch up with them. Someone told me there's a Hells Angels chapter here in Tenerife, and I've just seen now 2 Hells Angels, proper Hells Angels jackets, riding their Harleys that way. I'd love to see. Do you think they'd be happy to show me around their place here in Tenerife? I would love to show what the Hells Angels Tenerife chapter's like here. But yeah, we just saw 2 of them riding off. What? Neighbour. Okay, even I would say actually this is too far gone. This is scarily rotten away. Wow. Always, Monica, always. I think these are some of the coolest looking 4x4s. They look brilliant. This one, that's some scary rot all around here actually. They're such great little cars. They still make these. You can actually import these over to the UK. Someone imports these over to the UK. You can actually buy these in the UK. Oh.
How much are they?
Very, very cheap. I think if I remember, if you buy one in the UK, ready imported, I'm sure it's something like £15,000. Someone let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I'd love one of these. They look brilliant. I had to come back because I have no idea what all of these cars are doing here, but the most eclectic mix. You've got a Jeep Wrangler, a VW camper van, but come pickup, classic Mercedes, another car next to the Mercedes that I can't tell what it is, and an old BMW 3 Series at the back. Car spotting in Tenerife. I waste so much time just stopping, looking at different cars and bikes here. It's actually a bit ridiculous. I've just seen there are a few little booths like this dotted along and people inside them acting as a windshield. It's nice. Actually, this is such a quiet beach. And with that view, even with Calima now, which isn't the most beautiful day, it's a great little spot. He's just knocked on the door to be let in.
What about the cat?
There we go. Cat's got no interest in going inside. Cats don't care about their owners. They couldn't care less. Dogs are loyal. Cats don't understand the meaning of loyalty. I'll get ready for a bit of hate with that, actually, for saying that. It's an interesting place, Las Gayetas, because it's not a touristy place. It's nowhere near as polished as the touristy areas, but you get a proper local community and also a lot of expats heard Spanish, well, obviously Spanish, French, Brits and Italians as well. And it won't win any beauty awards, but it's interesting to see what it's like just in a normal place where people just, you know, get on with their lives away from the tourism. Harley, I think that's Fat Bob or Fat Boy. I always get confused, but they've got those really iconic wheels, and that is a very, very nice looking example. I'd love one of these. Vance and Heinz exhausts, I already know I'd have to take those off, put it back to standard because they're too loud for me, but that's a special bike, really special, with some great custom mods on that. Lovely. Una mesa. Gracias. Actually a tea room, Lily's tea room in Las Gayetas. Vegetarian sandwich. Looks very good. Should we wrap it there? So Monica's found this place, of course. Monica always finds them, and we've done what we always do. It's the problem with Tenerife. The weather's always, well, I say so nice, it's Calima, but it's always so pleasant to be out. We end up meaning to head off to go to the supermarket, meaning to head off to go somewhere, get waylaid so much, we never actually end up doing anything. So eventually we will actually get to the supermarket, we'll have lunch here, but thank you so much for coming on with us today. Please do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.